Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, 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 hello. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and today what we're going to look is we are going to recreate the anime scene which is so realistic, which is in the form of ocean with a copper hat house or something. But it is going to I'm guaranteeing you that it is this video is going to be amazing because we are going to create an anime scene. So what for this it is very easy. You could even have a bad laptop, it doesn't matter. But this is so easy. If you follow me, that would be enough for creating this scene. So before we get into this video, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and share this video to everyone who is keen interested in Blender. So as soon as you enter in a Blender, you could delete the light, which is not at all needed every time, I guess. I hate light. So now what you're going to do is now click the cube and add modifier, so physics, and add ocean modifier. So when you add the ocean modifier, you could see already that some kind of pagey thingy is there, which is quite funny, but we don't want that fun right here. So what we're going to do is you have to increase the length size value. For that, increase the repeat x one time and repeat y one time. So for that, if you do that, you could already see that the ocean size has been increased. That is what we need, right? So now we could see that it's very lumpy, dumb, without any texture. If you want to increase the texture, you could increase the resolution to like something like 11. So like if you do this, you could see that there's some texture appearing upside. So now what you're going to do is when we see the ocean, it is not having some waves. We need waves, right? For that, we're going to increase the wave scale to 2.1 maybe. So if you do this, you could already see that the wavy ocean is being formed. So you have to make sure that the smallest wave is 0, because if you increase this wave, it will smoothen up the ocean texture. So make sure that it is at 0, and the choppiness you could increase like to 1.5. If you increase it more, you could see that the waves are coming closer. If the maximum value is 4 and the lowest value is 0, and let's enter 1.5, that's what we need. So now at last what we're going to do is click time, enter time value as hashtag frame divided by maybe 24. So when you do this, you could when you play, you could see that the waves are moving. So now we got the ocean wavy animation. So now what you're going to do is you're going to make the camera move along the ocean for making the scene realistic or making a video. If you don't make if you're not going to make the camera move along the ocean, it would then make the whatever we did as just a picture, not a scene. I hope you can understand what I'm saying. So what we're going to do is in order to make the camera move along the plane, we first have to add a mesh plane and make sure that it is something somewhat like here. So make sure that you're going to get to edit mode. You could also click tab in your pad to go to get back to edit mode or to object mode. So now right click on the plane to subdivide. As soon as you subdivide once, you could see that there is something tab appearing. So click the tab and make sure you add the value 4. So number of cuts or number of subdivision you have did will be 4. That is good. Now let it be there itself. Make sure that it is in tab mode. I mean object mode. So now what you're going to do is click the ocean or the cube and make a good vertex and add a vertex group. So this will make help the plane to move along the ocean. So now click the plane and go to uh, add modifier and add a modifier which is string wrap, and object target as cube, and make sure that it is on target normal project, and this is quite good. So now when you play, the plane also move along the ocean. That's what we need. So after after you do this, let's click the camera and go to add object constraint and add object constraint. Uh, Click copy location and target is plane and the vertex. Okay. Now the reason why I said vertex is now click the plane and make sure that you're in edit mode. And when you're in edit mode, go to vertex and add and assign it. So once you assign it, get back to object mode and get back to camera and go to object constraint. And now when you click the vertex, you could see the group is there. So click that, and when you click that, you can see that the camera is directly below the plane. So click offset to move the camera to make sure that it is directly above the plane. Yes, it is exactly above the plane. Now when you play, the camera move along with the plane. Camera move along the plane, right? That's what we need. So as of now, this is all we need. And when you look into the camera view, double click R to make sure that the angle view is proper. Click R to rotate the angle view, and this is very perfect for our project. And before we get into rendering, we must make sure that the focal length of the camera is at 25, not at 50, because this will make the view much wider. So click double R to go right here. Yeah, this would be perfect, and make sure that it is proper. Yeah, so a bit up. Yeah, that would be so far perfect. So now this is all we need, and in order to get into render, before that we're going to add some or import some objects, some anime objects. So just import. If you want the link in if you want the same thing what I'm downloaded, what I'm importing, I will give the link in description. You can download it and use it, so don't worry about that. So make sure that it is somewhere near, somewhere far away from the object, I mean from the camera. So let's see in the camera view, and let's make it right here and make the size a bit bigger. So, so let's make the camera view a bit up. This would be so perfect. Let's increase the focal length to 22, 20. Yeah, this would be so perfect. So now when you do this, you could go to rendering. For that, it's easy. For if you think that the rendering is very hard, don't worry. I will teach you exactly how to do rendering. So now just get to this and make sure that you're in shader editor and click the ocean. Now when you click the ocean, you could see this. So what you do is you could select the box and click G to move a bit longer. And now what we're going to do is make sure that the roughness is at 0 for making the water a bit realistic. So now then click specular or the first specular and click the IR value to 1.333 because that's the IR level of that water. Now make sure that the transmission, the weight is at 1 and give it a base color of bluish. So the reason why you could not see here nothing is because we haven't clicked the render here. So if you click here, you could get into render. Since my laptop is a bit laggy today, it is making some time. So now when you get into render view, you could see already that whatever I've did is there. So this is all about here. Now let's add attribute. This is the attribute is very helpful for foam. Okay, let's search and add attribute right here and click foam. As I said to you while when I entered form that it will be helpful in rendering. This is where it will be helpful. So now then, let's add Principal BSDF. Search it, it's already here, and boom. Let's add a color ramp, or first mix shader. Let's add a mix shader. Click it right here, and now let's add a color ramp. Now before that, let's add a math and make sure that the color is connected with the value, and make sure that the add is not there and multiple is there, multiply. So now let's add a color ramp. Yeah, color ramp is helpful, and the value at the factor, make sure that it's right here, and add color, connect the color to the factor and the BSDF to the shader. So now this would be perfect. Now what we're going to do is, let's increase this value to here and make the white color value here. Yeah, this will be perfect, and increase the foam value to 1.5. So this is all. The water would be realistic. Now since the reason why we can't see the water very realistic, it's because we haven't yet added the background texture. So let's go to world settings and click the yellow button, and you could add the environment texture. As soon as you add it, you could see a pink, yeah, like what you see in the screen. Now open an image. The reason why I'm doing this is to add a sky image. So this would help a lot in the water texture. So now when I add the water, when I add, or when I set the background sky, the water is really very metallicness and very realistic. So let's reduce this to 1 and make sure that it is here and the white is right here, and change the color to a bit darker. Yeah, so now this would be perfect, and thus you have got the realistic view. And now when you get into rendering mode, you could see that the wonderful realistic view is there. So let's see what it is there in camera view, and boom. See, look how realistic it is, and this is how anime would really be like. So let's play and see what it looks like. Wow, isn't that amazing? So it's good, right? So that's all. This is the end of the video. I think if you love this video, make sure that you like and share to everyone who is keen interested. And if you want say some similar videos like this, make sure that you subscribe and click the bell icon, and that would make sure you would reach the videos what I put. So thank you guys for watching my videos, and again subscribe, and until then, see you, goodbye, bye bye.